Well, well, if it isn't some of my favorite people, Raphael and Karai. No, I'm talking about you all. Thanks so much for coming to watch this video of the Last Ronin figures that we got from where? Toy Stalker. And I used code HouseHatter to save some money. And you know what's cool is they throw in some extra stickers, but look at this one. It's kind of worth it just for that alone. It's got a little bit of information. Where does that take you? I don't know, to somewhere to see something. We have two incredible figures from NECA, and I say incredible because look, you can see what they look like. They look incredible, right? I mean, you probably already saw somebody else's review, and you know that this is probably one of the best things that they've released so far. But I don't know. I haven't opened it up. Maybe it's a piece of crap. Stay tuned and find out with me right here on Nostalgia Unboxed. Insert intro music and then get into the show. No, we don't do that here. And lovely box art from the one and only, you guessed it, Ben Bishop. Where's it at? Right there. Drawn by Ben Bishop and colored by Luis Antonio Delgado. And they seem to be just the magical pair, don't they? You get a little tease of a face hugger from Aliens on the front of the box here, which is pretty sweet. I hope that's inside the package. So let's start. I don't know where, there's so much to look at, right? You got the side of the box, looks like this, but if you get all of them, look, they got numbers. At some point, you can put a bunch of them together. Who knows how long that's gonna take before we complete this gigantic collage? No. What do you call it? Mural? Also, is there like villains versus good guys, it looks like? That's pretty sweet. Anyway, let's get deeper into review time. I'm so stupid. We have on the back of the box here, we got to look at these two, which came as essentially a bundle set from Toy Stalker. And here we go with the figures on the back of the box. This is not the
First of all,
Raphael that we get here. This is just a regular Raphael. This is, he's still got some fight in him, okay? The
first of all,
version I did order directly from Ben Bishop's website, and you can get autographed versions, which is really cool. Opening the box looks like this. Now, the thing about this one is that there's all this empty space in there, and I know it's just the same box, but doesn't that just kind of make it look like we're not getting a lot of accessories? I mean, maybe we're not. It's just a little bit of stuff in there, but it feels really empty. But that's okay. Let's get on to this one. This one's loaded down, packed with accessories. Feels like the value is definitely there, and it's looking really, really good. I love the photos that they put on the sides. My energy just went from like 90 to 2. And I don't want to miss it. But look, we got to talk about the sculptors and the people, everybody that's involved in these things, right? Get familiar with these names. Sometimes these people are on social media. You can hang out with them on the internet and ask them questions. Insert on these. Super basic. All right, now if we look at these as like a 2-pack, I guess is kind of the way they were promoted and kind of how I thought they would be sold, but that's okay. You would have gotten a limited box art if they were in one set. So here we go. We got a good amount of accessories for Raphael, not so much for her, but that's okay. And I do want to remind everybody, look, if you don't know the series, The Last Ronin, it is worth picking up and reading, but if you don't, it's fine. It's okay to like stuff and not know about it, and who cares about the details? Who cares what that's called, or what this is called, or whatever? Just get whatever you like, and if it brings you some joy, then enjoy. So let's start with Karai. She's looking pretty good as far as the colors. The sculpt is nice. The head sculpt is actually good, especially in person, and I'm hoping it's gonna come across here on camera, but you tell me, what do you think? Looking pretty nice, or do you have some problems with it? I mean, she's supposed to be a little older. Nobody's really teenagers at this point. I don't know how old he's supposed to be. Anyway, continue looking at the details. So she's got this handkerchief around the neck, a scarf not a scarf, a handkerchief. Yeah, I said it right the first time. Yes, the arms do look a little bowed. I wonder if that can, I mean, I know some heat will fix that, but maybe it'll be fine. Anyway, let's do it like that and you can't tell. Looking at the back of the hair, looking real nice, the sculpt, the bandana. It's looking pretty good. I like the colors, I like the paint, the sculpt. Downside is, I mean, we start talking about articulation, there's like nothing going on in the body. She has this kind of super outdated waist that's going on, and then the top that doesn't really do anything. So very limited for sure. Let's look at her alternate head, which is like a fighting, screaming head. So she's pretty angry. I don't know if you can tell that, but the details here are really fantastic. The paintwork is great. Sculpting is just on top notch stuff. we have this little throwing blade. You can call it whatever you want, folks, who cares? And it's looking fine. I mean, it's just, it's got some chipped up looks to it on the edges there, which is nice, gives it a little bit of life. And in the hand category, you get this one, which will be designed, I guess, to throw that said throwing knife, which looks pretty good. It's fine. We'll see how it works out. It kind of looks like a bow and arrow hand. Then you get in the box 2 fists, so you can punch left and right. You get these gripping hands, which will be needed because she's got things to grip, if you didn't notice that, like a big old sword. And then on default, she's got these just nice relaxed hands, which I always appreciate, thankful for that. And then you get the sword, which is looking pretty sweet. It's very simple, but it looks nice. I love the paintwork, and black outlines really just, man, they really bump up the looks of the products. And then this scabbard, or sheath, or whatever, who cares? And then it just goes in there like that. And then our big boy, Raphael. So let's take a look at his size, or his 3-pointed hand blades, as I like to call them, because you can do whatever you want, folks, who cares? And whoever comes at you in the comments, they can eat it. He also comes with a little throwing knife, which is, I think the same size. Yeah, same product, same size. So you've seen it once, you've seen it twice, folks. You get this arrow in the box, which is something that, if you don't know, ends up in Raphael's body a lot of. And I don't know what how it's going to work out this time, but we shall see. Then you get a left and right of this hand, which is kind of his classic, well, maybe a sai holding hand. I don't know. We'll have to see. It might just be like a nice gripping someone's face to do punchy good time. Jesus. And you get a left and right, just standard gripping hand, which also might be a good sai hand. I don't know. Probably just a standard grip. And then you get the left and right of this hand, which is kind of like not really a relaxed hand, but just a good chop them across the side of the noggin. And you get an alternate head in the box, which is looking fantastic. The colors are great. It really pops. Like this red on this color green really just pops. It's fantastic. But look at the sculpt work on the tongue. That's incredible. Highly detailed for such a small thing. Nice work, everybody that was involved in that. And our boy Raphael. As you can tell, he's got a lot going on, a lot of details. This is a very intricate sculpt, I guess you could say. So he's got this going on his back, so you can slide the size in like this, and all this armor. You can see his shell, it's just pretty beat up looking underneath. He's got some cloth pieces coming down, the belt work. This is really, really nice. I honestly, just the sculpt work alone in this is just so intense. I love it. And now he's got this on his side, which maybe is for this. There we go. So that looks pretty sweet. I definitely appreciate having those options to be able to include the weapons hanging off their bodies. But good God, like this is something that I think when you get a hold of this Raphael, you're gonna just kind of spend a lot of time looking at these details. This is a really, really well done figure. They did not skimp out on anything. Now, some people would say this is their, like, in their top 20 figures of the year.
We got a top 20 figure here. I just gotta say that right out the gate. This Raphael is awesome.
Which that would be foolish because it's still January. Okay? Let's check back at the end of the year and see if you still feel the same way there, buddy. But there's no denying the look of this thing is just kind of above and beyond expectations. I mean, NECA does an excellent job anyway, but this thing really does stand out as just a wonderful looking figure. The colors, but also the treatment of each item. So like the green and the brown and the red all pop really, really well, but this leather work here really does feel, not to touch, but it appears to be leather. It's really, really well done. Matte finish really goes a long way. Black outlines really push a figure over the edge. This is just a fantastic looking item, and you should probably get one. I don't know, just pause this video and go buy one. Thanks for noticing what's going on in the corner over here. If you weren't aware already, yes, I actually make a door cover and replacement windows for the NECA street scenes. Of course, there's 3 different versions of street scenes, but these work on all of them because they're all just using the same mold, right? And I got plenty of options. We have Shlovatny's All Night Antiques, which is from the Maltese hamster episode. So if you got an April, she comes with that little hamster in her box. That's what that's from. The Ninja Pizza, Video Madness Arcade, and the Slash for Cash Gym or Dojo. It's apparently both names were used. The links for those products are in the description and the pinned comment, so check them out, see what you like, and they ship worldwide. Now, with figures like this, sometimes you can notice that there's like limited articulation, but I think we're still gonna get quite a bit out of this guy because he's got double jointed knees and elbows. He's got a lot going on here, even though he is just like a thick old boy. And his leg comes apart, so if you want to have some battle damage, easy enough, folks. Yikes. The fun thing about watching this video is that I don't really have to do articulation because I think we see the posing segment, right? So what do you think? She's not so good. He's gonna be fantastic. I don't know because I haven't done it yet. As far as the arrow goes, I mean, you can really just kind of stick it wherever you want. I mean, like whatever works, you know, and it's gonna kind of give you that effect if you need it in a particular place. You could definitely stick it in wherever and kind of have this awesome looking battle action time. Now here, if you're wanting that kind of classic Raphael pose, this is going to be a very dangerous setup because his fingers are a little fatter than the space in between the side blades, so you might end up causing some damage. So I'd be very, very careful. So you can get it in there, but as you can see, it's like it's pushing those blades apart. So just be aware, you could potentially cause some damage that way. And if you're like me and you really like the box art and the way Raphael's holding those sides, unfortunately, you can't do that. It just is impossible. Just kidding, hold on, let's see. So you can actually grab these hands and like open them up. So hold on, stay with me, folks. Okay, so technically you can do it because you can stretch the fingers out. It does really push the limits of the blade though. So that is not for the faint of heart, and it doesn't quite look as solid as it does in the box art, but you technically can do it. So just, you know, be cautious. And if you like this beautiful dio piece, I mean, this thing is absolutely stunning. Look at the artwork on this. My God, it's so perfect. And this is a style that kind of works with multiple things. And for the scale of it, it works really, really nicely with NECA, but also for Mythic Legions. It's made by Jason Patchen. Reach out to him on Instagram and see what he can do to solve your problems, because I, in a video, said I needed stairs. And look, I got stairs now. This is so good. So if you were wondering what's going on, that's what that's all about. Link in the description. But there we have it, folks. 2 incredible looking figures. One that is just like fantastic to have to complete a setup in the series, in the fight scene if you want it, and another one that is just going to visually truly stand out on the shelf because of the colors alone. It honestly looks like a work of art. This is fantastic, excellent work to everybody involved, which was on the bottom of that box. Check them out, see if they're on social media. I know a lot of them, like Ben Bishop, definitely are. Say thanks for the hard work that they've done. Give them some praise, folks, because they deserve it. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and click the top link to see the Last Ronin review. We'll see you next time.